Hello everyone and welcome to my channel today. We'll be looking at how to find a value stock to invest on the Nigeria Stock Exchange. Primarily we'll be focusing on pharmaceutical stocks. This is based on requests from some of my viewers on this channel, so I'm dedicating this to them. This approach or method is technical analysis and is used to invest for medium to long term. So I'll be taking you through the approach. Let's go to the agenda now. The first step actually is to look at the market sentiment to see whether it's right time to buy, and if you bought, is it right time to sell what you've already bought. Okay, the methodology is looking for quality. Look for quality stock to pick from. This has to do with comparing the index with the sectors, and from the sector from the index comparing the sector, you select the best sector out of them. Then from there you compare the sector with the industry. From the industry you pick the right industry. Then from there you go to comparing the stocks, which is the best one. Okay, after deriving that, you go to the value. Actually, this is more of fundamental analysis, but what I'm interested in to see stocks that are okay financially. They don't have burden of debt, and their earning is growing consistently, and in terms of revenue as well. And also, sometimes I look at some stocks that are giving dividends, because most people are looking for stocks that are yielding dividends regularly. Okay, so those are the, and also I'm interested in volatility stocks. I better basically I take you through how to do that. I'm looking for growth. I'm not looking for steady return. I'm looking for growth so that I can sell my stocks as soon as the market sentiment changes. In terms of momentum, that's where I start looking at the charts. After the passing through the first three, then I move to the chart to look at the right time to enter into the market, the right time to enter to buy the real stock. But the first thing is to look at the general market, whether it's okay to buy. Then from there you go down to the specific stock to see whether it's right time to buy and whether you can sell as well. Okay, now let's go one after the other. We go to market sentiment now. Market sentiment, if you are familiar with my channel, you must have seen this several times. This is the breadth analysis. That's what I use for market sentiment. The first one is this line here. That's the advanced decline line. That's for short term. Basically, if the line is below zero, this is the zero line. If it's below zero, then we say the market breadth is not good. It's bad. It's not safe to buy. But if it's below, then you do nothing. Okay, but if you're above the zero line, then it's safe. Excuse me. And the next one is McClellan oscillator, as we have for the advanced decline line. When the line is below zero, it's not safe, but if it's above zero, that's when it's safe to buy. The last one is summation index. That's more of long term. So the black one is the summation index. As soon as it crosses the pink line, then at the zero line, then it's safe to buy. Just as what happened in April, see, as soon as the lines crosses each other, you can see the index is start moving up. So that's what we're waiting for now. For now, this is 20 23rd July 2020. What we've seen now is the medium term is now above the zero line. So and the short term also above the zero line. So what we're waiting for now is the summation index to cross over the EMA. This is the EMA. The pink line is the EMA, while the black one is the summation index. So generally on medium term is safe. Market is safe to start buying on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. That is the market sentiment. Now, what do we have next? Now, let's compare the sectors. The sectors, we have five sectors that sector indexes that we're looking at on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. The first one, that is the industrial, followed by insurance. This is the markets, the OSHA index, and this is the oil and gas, followed by the oil and gas and the banking sector, and also we have the consumer goods. Okay, now what we want to derive from here is to see why we look at when the market is declining. This is the market right here. When the market is declining, which one is showing strength on the line? If you go back to March, April, during the COVID-19, you can see what's happening as the market is declining. See the banking at this date is showing higher low, while the market is making lower low. If you look on top as well, we have we have industrial, insurance, and oil and gas. Oil and gas is showing lower low, so it's not that's no wonder it's ending very poorly so far. Look at the banking. Even at this level is below the market. Is below the market, and for now it's still below the market. So apparently it's not performing any logic. In terms of insurance, look at insurance. While the market is making low, insurance is strengthening, so it's going up. The same thing happened to not really for industrial, but industrial is still, but before then it has more strength than the market. So industrial is still strong, relatively strong. Now, so what do we have now? This is the consumer goods, where the insurance stocks are located. I group them I group the insurance into the consumer goods, as there's no other index, no other sector I can do that to. The industrial is showing lower low as the market is creating lower low. Even the market is strengthening. Insurance is industrial is weak. Insurance also is showing weakness as the market is showing strength. So we are interested actually in the consumer good. The consumer good as well is showing lower low, which is not very good. If not because of the request made by the viewers, this is not this is not the sector I will focus on. Look at the banking. The banking, as the market is showing lower low, the banking is showing higher low. So that's one of the sector to focus on. Which other one is showing strength apart from banking sector? Yeah, insurance was showing strength before, but now it's weakening. So we have as the market as the sentiment is getting ready for buying, industrial is showing weakness. Only banking sector so far is showing strength. All other sectors are very weak. Okay, we just want to assume for now that we are picking consumer goods. Okay. We don't have any index for industry on the Nigeria Stock Exchange, so we just go straight to comparing the stocks with the sector. For the pharmaceutical uh, industry, actually, what we have only six stocks there. Two of them, Nigerian German Chemical PLC, they are more they are flat, no activity for some weeks, so I'm not considering them. So also Pharma Deco PLC, I'm not considering these two. Highlighted in brown. The yellow one is the one we'll be focusing on: Filson, Glazo, Miambika, and Nemet. All right, so let's compare this with the consumer goods. See what happened. Let's start with what happened in March, April. As the market is declining, you can see what is happening. This is Miambika. This is Miambika. Sorry, I didn't have any legend here. This is Miambika, and this is the Nemet. This is the Nemet. Let's see what's happening with Nemet during that period. See low, then high. As the market is making lower low, Nemet also is making higher low. No wonder we are having strengths on Nemet. So also me and Baker, but in terms of I think this is Glasgow. This is Glasgow. I don't have the legend as well, but these are the four. This is for Nemeth and me and Baker. We'll see more of that later. Let's see. Assuming I remove this one because it compressed Nemeth, I removed Nemeth. It's compressing others, so I want to see more activity of the remaining three. So on this slide, I remove Nemeth. Okay, this is the legend. Yeah, this is Filson. This is Filson, and this is Glazo. Okay, this is Filson and Glazo. Coming back to this slide again. So Filson is not showing strength. So yeah, so Glazo. You can see Glazo even weaker than Filson, and at the end you can see up to now Glazo is very weak, but it's higher than the index. Okay, now coming down here so that we see the characters very well. Now what do you have now? What do you have now? Limit is, as the market is going down, limit is showing higher low, so it's still strengthening. Let's go to others. See Miambika here. Market is generally going down, but Miambika is going up, showing higher low. See, I don't want to say Glazo. Glazo is not very fantastic. It's showing lower low. It's still showing lower low, while others are showing higher low. Others are showing higher low. So I think in terms of picking the stocks, I will go for Nemet first, then the remaining three, Filson and Miambika. Glazo, in terms of comparing with the index, is not. We look at the chart as well, but it's not performing very well. It's not performing very well. So at the end of the year, it might not break perform above the market. It might not perform above the market, but these other three are doing. They are looking serious to perform above the market at the end of the year. So I'm going for Nemet, Filson, and Miambika. Glazo maybe it might be good for short term. So, but in terms of medium to long term, I'm looking at Nemet, Filson, and Miambika. Okay, yeah. Let's see how I normally, from here we go for the demonstration of then all the other components, all the other approach, picking values, looking at the earnings, then volatility, momentum. Okay, okay, let's go to selecting the best value stock in terms of their financial status. Okay, this is a field scene. Field scene, healthcare. Yeah, looking at this is Financial Times websites. This is where I pick. I just look at the summary of their financial status, basically looking at their revenue and the net income. What I want is consistent growth. This is not bad in terms of the revenue they are generating. From 2015, you can see growth, but last year was a little bit drop, so not to worry, not really bad. But in terms of the net, so something went wrong, even though they had high revenue, but maybe they reinvested or the money or whatever. So, but it's not consistent. It's just going up and down, up and down. It's not consistent with the revenue generated. So, I put a star on field scene. Cash flow, no, it's negative. This is negative. Okay, but in terms of cash, they have, as at 2019, over 303 million. 303 million, that's not bad. And in terms of the assets and the liability debts, is growing. The debt is growing, but they have assets. That was about 7.4 billion of total debts. So, and they have assets up to 20. So that's not a big problem. So 20 billion in asset, and they have cash as well. That's about 300 million, more than 300 million in cash. And in terms of their earnings, it's not consistent as well. So I've already asterisk that. That if I have something better, I'll go for it. Okay, let's go to the next one. That's an image. Go to the financial section. Look at the image. What's going on there in terms of the revenue? Yeah, not really bad from 2017, but not very consistent. Not bad. But in terms of the net, maybe they invested a lot in 2017, but they didn't even generated a lot enough as well. Okay, but not really bad. It's growing. It's growing for the past 2 years. So cash flow is negative apart from last year. This is not consistent as well. The cash is dwindling, but we have 121. What I normally do is to plot all this in percentage, but I will not be able to do that now. We're just looking at raw data. I put all this in percentage and compare the stocks. Looking at the total assets, 27. So one thing I noticed among these two is that they are not giving dividends. No dividends is showing here. Okay, so this is an image and the total assets 2.7, and they have a debt of 1 billion. That's okay. That's okay. That's not bad. There. So in terms of financial status, I think they're a bit more consistent than field scene, but field scene is not bad as well. So this one, the rate is number one. Let's see, BullBearMkt as well. Financial. Uh, uh, Look at the revenue. Yeah, not bad. Oh, beautiful. Consistent income. Consistent income. And the cash flow mostly positive from 2018. Only 2017 was, it's even better than limits. Yeah, they have cash, but yeah, they might be reinvesting, but it's not consistent. But what we have last year, 500 million cash and total assets about 9 billion. Wow, debt is very low. Fantastic. Oh, they are not giving, oh, they're giving dividends. Fantastic. Oh, sorry. I think, oh, Facing is giving dividends as well. Yeah. So, limit is not. All right. Okay. So that's negative on the part of limit, but me and Baker and Fisting are giving dividends. More people might be buying into these stocks than might be buying me and Baker and Fisting than limits because of dividends. But I'm looking for growth actually. But if I'm looking for dividend stock, I think me and Baker will be my priority than Filson. So me and Baker second, Filson third. So looking at Glasgow, yeah, they've been lagging a lot based on sector analysis. But let's see their financial status. Not really. Oh wow, wonderful. This is beautiful. But yeah, from 2017, while others are negative, yeah, net income was wow. But what do they have cash? Oh, I think that's the problem. Oh, I see. They have little. Uh, the their cash is falling, even though the cash in terms of value is higher than the previous stocks in these companies. Uh, their own is fall drastically from 12 billion to 3 billion. Wow. Okay, in terms of assets, 18 billion. Wow, not bad, not bad, not bad. This is just million. This is just million. So they started acquiring debt now. I don't know whether there's no data for debts before 2019. Okay, yeah, in terms of they are giving dividends as well, and they are consistent. Their earning per share, wow, not really bad. It's only the drop in their cash flow that's causing problem for them. That's what I see from their financial status. Okay, now we look at all the stocks. Actually, they are not looking bad financially, but in terms of quality, Glasgow is not doing very well. Okay, now let's in terms of volatility, yes, exactly. So the next one is to see which one is more volatile than the Asia index. This is the beta. Glasgow is having zero point 0.8, approximately zero point 0.8, which is less than 1. So that is why it's good for if you are looking for steady growth, dividends. I think Glasgow is not bad to go for, but I'm looking for growth. Let me go to me and Big and see what 1.0, almost 1, almost 2. Me and Baker is number 1. Okay, let me see others. This is 1.8. The mate was the better 1, almost 1. Not very volatile. Not, but it's above, a little bit above 1. Okay, wow. I think, yeah. Let me rearrange it again. and Baker will be number one. Filson two, and name it. Yeah, three, four. This is for medium to long term investments or trading. The last one, Glazo Pharmaceutical, I might buy that for short term if they're showing strong. Now let's go to the chart and see individual charts to see what they're doing. Okay, but before we go to individual chart, let's see the index first. This is the silver, gold, the gold for first. Fantastic. Okay, let's see. This is the index. Yeah, the index is showing some strength now. It's showing some strength this week. Today, what's going on today? Wow. So it's broken a rally above this resistance level. If we can continue, then that's why the sentiment, the breadth analysis is showing. That's what the breadth analysis is showing. So if the market can continue high, then a pullback will be a good one for the market to continue higher. Okay, that is all share index. Now let's see the consumer goods index. Okay, for the consumer goods generally, uh, it's that's weekly. It's not doing anything. No activity, but last week was very bearish. It's going down, very bearish, and this is the next resistance level, support level, where liquidity is. So possibility of still going down. That's the index. That's possibility of the index going down again to this support level. Okay, now let's start with me and Baker. Me and Baker stock. I don't know what happened. This is a real data or it's just a spurious data. Okay, this is me and Baker. The real data is right here, about 3 naira. Stocks now is about 3 naira. Okay, so let's start from high level, high time frame. If the index is showing possibility, well, there's no index for. I just categorize it as consumer goods. So, but if I want to buy this, and I see from the sentiment, possibility of the sentiment, the market still going down, it's looking high. So, what I'll be looking at is about 2.6 thereabouts. This 2.6, but this where liquidity is as 2 naira, 52 kobo, 2 naira 52 kobo to 2 naira 60 kobo, 2 naira 60 kobo. That's on monthly. So, but let's zoom in further. This looks like, yeah, 2 naira 70, 2 naira 70 to 2 naira 60 to 2 naira 70 actually. Let me say 2 for me and Baker. That's 2 naira 50 kobo, 250. That's the conservative side to 270 kobo, 2 naira 70 kobo. Let me highlight this. Save it. Okay, that's what I'll be looking at for me and Baker. Let's go to the other stock. Let me save this. The other stocks. Field scene. Field scene. Wow, this is happening on this chart as well. Okay, now let's start from the monthly data. Yeah, not bad, stock. In terms of monthly, I can't see any good support level here. Not good support level except at 2 naira 60 kobo. 2 naira 60 kobo. Let's go to the weekly and see whether we can have more data there. Yeah, let's take 2 naira 60 kobo. This is 2 naira. That's a 2 naira 65. This is where the liquidity is. Liquidity is at 2 naira 55 kobo. So we'll be looking at 2 naira 55 to 2 naira 60 kobo. Okay, let me write it down. Save it probably for my own use as well. 2 naira, yeah, let me say 250 to 260. 2 naira 50 kobo to 260. Alright, let's go to Nigerian. Nigerian, what's Nigerian doing on the monthly? Let's start from the monthly. Wow. Oh, I see why it's making over 400%. Oh, wow. Okay, but yeah, I don't know. This recent data looks spurious, but generally the price is coming down again. If it's coming down, the next support level is at 1 naira, about 1 naira 20 kobo. Let me do like this. Let me put the trend line. Is a trend line. No, that's not a good trend line. This is a trend line. That's a trend line. So it's a bit far. It's a bit far. Let me see with the weekly. What's the weekly saying? Oh man. Wow, that's a big jump, man. That's a big jump. Okay, back to monthly. That's a big jump. Yeah, let me get a horizontal line. The next support actually is at 120, 1 naira, about 1 naira 25 kobo. But we have series of, honestly, I have to be, I'll say 120, 120, 120 to 125. Let me see the daily. Nothing on the weekly as well. On the daily, the support is between 126. Okay, that's what we say, 125. Yeah, so this one might be for 125 to 130. 125 to 130. 1 naira 30. No, 130 kobo. 130 naira. 1 naira 30 kobo. Yeah, I think I'll be more inclined for 125 actually. Okay, so that is for name it. Okay, let's go to the last one. Let me save this. Pharmaceutical. It's not really doing badly, but in terms of wow, it's not looking bad as well. It's not looking bad. Let's start from the monthly. This might have more data. Oh, beautiful. So this is where the liquidity is at 4 naira 40 kobo. 4 naira 40 kobo. Let's go to the weekly. In terms of weekly, so we have bullish engulf there. Sorry, that's inside bar from 3 naira 80 kobo. 3 naira to 80 to 4. That's a big range. That's a big range. 380. 380 kobo to 4 naira 40 kobo. 4 naira 40 kobo for Glazo. So if the market can find support at this level for, yeah, you might find support at 450 as well. If there is rejection, then it stabilizes at 450. It might be ready to go, but that's for short term. That's for short term. But looking at, let me look at the weekly. Yeah, it's wow. It just made the all-time low. All-time low. So, oh, nah, because of their cash, so the investors are punishing them. Okay, all-time low. Wow, there might be some opportunity on these stocks actually, more than the rest. Okay, so that's the analysis. I'll be looking towards 380 to 4, in fact 380 for a long time. If I can have it at 380 again, that will be for a long time. That will be for a long time. But the problem is it has not broken. It must still go further down. It just made a new low, all-time low. So you needs to make some higher highs. Needs to make some higher highs to show some strength actually. Oh, but for now, this is good for short time. This stock is only good for short time. We need to see strength on at least weekly. We need to see strength. We need to make higher highs. We need to make some strength to show some strength before we can purchase this. But generally, based on our analysis, this is not a very good stock for medium to long term for now, except there's a change in the outlook of the stock. That is my view. That's my view. If I'm going for anyone, I'm going for BullBearMkt. If I'm going for anyone, it's BullBearMkt. But disclosure, I've already bought Nimitz. I bought Nimitz early this week. But for the purpose of this presentation, BullBearMkt looks more attractive than the rest. Thank you. I hope you learn one or two things. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments, please let me know. Drop it below and I'll get back to you. Thank you. See you some other time. Bye.